Welcome, fellow Gear Pothead, Joe Pal Putty Man here, and today we have a lot to go into when it comes to the Mandalorian Chapter 3, but before we do, please, first of all, hit that like button if you're new, and most of all, hit that subscribe button, of course, if you're new. Now, I'm currently not able to be on camera, but that's for a personal reason, but I will leave you with a few images from the Mandalorian in general. Now, of course, if you haven't seen the episode, then please stop watching this, honestly, and go watch it. It's amazing, and come back here to be filled with Easter eggs and information. Honestly, one of the best episodes. You need to go watch it, come back here, and we'll talk about spoilers. So basically what this means is spoilers ahead, spoilers ahead. Also, I will link at the end my reviews for Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 as well. Okay, now that this is out of the way, OMFG, how did this show keep getting better? Okay, let's just go ahead and get into a lot of the details, or just go through the episode, and I'm going to talk about some of the stuff below. Now, we watch as Mando, aka the Mandalorian, gives up the Baby Yoda to the benefactors, and am I the only one to see sadness in Baby Yoda's eyes as he approaches the door? Honestly, I feel like Baby Yoda knew and wasn't happy with it. Oh, and did you notice how we finally got a real official title for the episode called The Sin instead of just being called Chapter 3? And giving up Baby Yoda was actually a sin, but I think that title has more meaning than that. See, honestly, I feel like there's when it comes to the bounties and so on and so forth, that was actually a sin. That happens later on. So, of course, in this situation, he gives up to Baby Yoda, and Baby Yoda looks back at him as he's carted into the door. And you can tell Baby Yoda's looking at him like, what? Why would you give me up? And honestly, I kind of almost wanted to tear up. It was sad to see it. The puppeteering on Baby Yoda is just amazing. I don't know if it's puppeteering, if it's CGI, but oh my god, I want all Baby Yoda stuff. Christmas, Baby Yoda. That's all I want. Anyway, so we watch as the iron he collects for his bounty is taken to the metalsmith to be made into whistling bird armor. But based on armor that's, he's always based on the kill. So basically what I'm saying here is, whatever you kill, that's the kind of armor that is crafted for you. But since he felt the kill wasn't his, then the armor's changed. But at this point, this did give us a name of the creature that was killed. In my last video, I thought I forgot the name of the creature. I thought it was a different creature, and it's actually called a mudhorn. So that's the name of the creature he killed in Chapter 2. Or he killed, but Baby Yoda stopped. Anyway, so the Mandalorian receives his full cuirass of whistling bird armor, but upon getting it, we see flashbacks of his past, and we begin to see the code of the Mandalorians when they show up as he almost shunned by the fellow Mandalorians for working with the Empire. Now, of course, the metalsmith does remind them that the Empire has fallen, and then we finally hear this is the way he's spoken against the Mandalorians, basically saying this is this is to show that no matter where they are, they stick together, and this is the way things are. So, of course, he receives his armor, and then continues to go collect another bounty, which that bounty is for the ocean dunes of Karnak. Now, the creature you see, or the species you see in that bounty, is actually a Mon Calamari, which I always love the name of that. But you may also remember Admiral Akbar as the most famous of these species from the Star Wars movies, the OG Star Wars movies. So again, upon leaving, Mando has a moment to reflect upon when it comes to the gear ship. Now, this is something I wish to comment to later, as it's very pivotal in my eyes, and why I feel it's so close to this character. But this also shows another side of Mando that we can clearly see throughout the series. So he takes back the baby, takes the baby back, and in doing so, a bounty is put on his head, which leaves him surrounded by bounty hunters. Now, if you notice, when he took down the Imperial stormtroopers, he actually used the whistling bird rockets, the small rockets out of this thing. Unfortunately, he used them one time, so I guess that's the only time we see the whistling bird rockets, unless it's something that can be reused. But then we get the most epic scene of all times, as he's protecting Baby Yoda, and he's at his wit's end from these bounty hunters. We see a outcry, or not even outcry, just a pouring of Mandalorian soldiers coming in to help him, telling him to protect it, take the child and run, and they're protecting him. Now, he does mention about how they're going to have to move and settle somewhere else, because now they're going to be shunned in that area for protecting Mandalorian that broke the code of being a bounty hunter. Now, I also want to point out one of the things I do love is when he's leaving in a ship, and when the Mandalorians fly by his ship, kind of salutes him, and then flies off. And he's wearing a jetpack when this happens, and he comments on how he needs to get one of those. Now, again, up until this point, everything was action-packed, and it was just like, as you see, everything happened fast, but fast in a way that was just exciting. Like, it's like watching many movies connected together, and I love watching these episodes because they're just so great. But this leads to a small hand of Baby Yoda reaching for the ball on the gear shift as Mando basically, unscrews it and drops it in the, may I add, the freaking cute little hands of Baby Yoda. Now, I feel this is such a big deal to me because prior, if you remember, he only treated Baby Yoda as a package and told him prior that it's not a toy, but quickly changed his mind. Now, this also reminds us how innocent and young Baby Yoda really is in the mind, and how the Mandalorian's side of, code of honor is good, but also getting the bounty and moving on has changed. He's showing a fatherly role because he does not want to see this baby die, but I think also he sees the greatness in this baby. But keep in mind, Baby Yoda is 50 years old, and we can see the curiosity and mischievousness in him. But after we saw Baby Yoda's force powers in Chapter 2, then I just can't wait to see how much stronger just this baby will really get. But also keep in mind one thing. He's still a Baby Yoda. He will be a Baby Yoda long after the Mandalorian passed away. Because remember, the Yoda species can live up to be 1,000 to 2,000 years old. So that means that he's still going to be a baby when the Mandalorian dies of old age. Keep this in mind. He will die of old age, even if he's in his early 20s right now. If he's in his early 20s and dies of old age, Baby Yoda will still be Baby Yoda. Seriously, mind blown, guys. Honestly, I'm just going to say this. Baby Yoda has got to be the cutest thing ever. I don't care. You have to be heartless to not look at that little thing and just go, that's adorable creation right there. It's fake, but it's adorable. But anyway, there you have it. This episode by far was just amazing, and honestly, I have no idea how far they can go with this. But I want you to comment below with your thoughts and tell me what you guys thought of this episode. So far, do you feel like this is your favorite episode? Do you like episodes before? Honestly, I like this. I like Chapter 2 for the Yoda Force powers, but this so far is my favorite episode. This episode, then Episode 1, then Episode 2. This by far is my favorite episode, but you can't miss the parts of Baby Yoda eating the frog in the other episode. So, but this one by far is my favorite. Just the protection, the fatherly connection it seems like the Mandalorian has. But anyway, I'll be making a review for every single episode, so make sure that you come back soon. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. That way, you'll be ready for whenever I do my next review if you did enjoy this review. Anyway, there you guys have it. A+. They are doing a great job. Jon Favreau, please keep making these. And also, when they make the new Star Wars movies, you need to write and direct them. Produce, do something behind the scenes. You know what you're doing with Star Wars. This series is unbelievable. This reminds me of the first 3 movies just in texture and feel. We don't have to see the Mandalorian's face, but based on how he looks at that Baby Yoda and how that Baby Yoda reacts when it blinks, and the sadness in the mouth or the sadness in the eyes and the curling of the ears and the itty bitty hands. Oh my God, I want a Baby Yoda of my own. I'm a grown man. I need to stop talking like that. But my point is, it's freaking cute. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. And as always, I am Putty Man with Gamer Potheads. Please do not forget, we're all about to high score. Peace out. And I'll talk to you all later.